Hi, and welcome to today's edition of Kitchen Chemistry. I'm Julie, an educator with the New Mexico Museum of Space History, and today we're going to make a liquid rainbow. You're going to need a few supplies, a few liquids that you can find in your kitchen. I have some oil, some regular water, I've got some vinegar, dish soap, I've got some pancake syrup, and some light corn syrup. You're also going to need a container to make your rainbow in. I've got this glass cylinder that I'm going to do mine in, but you could use a glass, no problem. You're going to need a spoon, and if you want, you can add some food coloring to your water and your vinegar to make your rainbow really special. So go gather your materials and come right back. I began making the liquid rainbow by adding light corn syrup to the cylinder. You will notice that the corn syrup is very thick and is slow to pour out of the container. This is a property of the liquid called viscosity, which is the foundation of our experiment today. Next, I added pancake syrup. You want to pour the syrup over a spoon into your cylinder or glass to slow down the liquid as it moves into your rainbow. Next, I added liquid dish soap to my cylinder, once again pouring the soap over the spoon. You will notice that the viscosity of the soap is less than either the pancake syrup or the corn syrup. I then took some blue food coloring and added 3 drops to my vinegar so that the solution would add more color to my experiment. I added the blue vinegar solution to my cylinder, pouring over the spoon once again. You'll notice that the vinegar made the dish soap cloudy as it was added to the rainbow. Next, I took green food coloring and added 3 drops to my tap water, and then added the water to the cylinder, pouring over the spoon. I really was not sure what would happen when I added the water, as its viscosity is very similar to vinegar. Sure enough, the water and the vinegar mixed together and formed a pretty shade of green, but no layers were able to be seen. Finally, I added oil to the cylinder and formed our final layer to our liquid rainbow. You will notice 5 distinct layers of the rainbow. But how did this work? Why do all the different liquids not combine into one solution? It all has to do with the viscosity and the density of each liquid. Now remember, viscosity is how we measure the ease of the liquid to pour out of a container. If a liquid is thick and slow to pour, we say it is more viscous. If the liquid pours easily, then it is less viscous. This works hand in hand with the density of a liquid. If you remember from a previous episode of Kitchen Chemistry, density is a measure of how compact a substance is, meaning how much matter is in a certain amount of space. The reason we get 5 distinct layers in our liquid rainbow is that each layer has a different density. The corn syrup is the most dense, and the oil is the least dense. The water and the vinegar are so close in density that they mixed together to form a solution and not separate layers. Overall, I think this was a pretty great liquid rainbow and a very fun experiment. Thanks for joining me today for another edition of Kitchen Chemistry. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page, because we're always adding new projects and new information. And don't forget, stay home, stay safe, and keep looking up.